Good morning, students. I am teaching social studies of 6th standard. I already taught you our national symbols. So, which are our national symbols? National anthem. Okay, Janagana Mana was written by uh, Rabindranath Tagore. Then we are having our own national flag with tricolor. We should respect it. Then it is this is our national emblem. Okay. Then which is our national animal? Tiger. And our national bird is peacock. I hope you already understood it. Now let me come to the try to understand the second part of the lesson. What is national integration? Here we must learn to live in harmony without any hatred, jealousy, or prejudice against any other person in our country. Here, people may belong to different religions, caste, culture, language, but still we should learn to respect each other. Here this is uh, here we should try to create the feeling of oneness among Indians. We should feel that first we are Indian, then we belong to this caste, that religion, or that race, that language, etc. So, national integration helps to strengthen the feeling of equality and oneness, and it makes our nation strong. I hope you understood this. See, what is prejudice? Prejudice means, uh, okay, thinking, okay, uh, thinking somebody as good or bad without any proof. Okay, first only thinking that particular community is not good, particular community is bad. That is called prejudice. Okay, so that way of thinking we should try to avoid. Okay, nobody, the whole community may not be so, not be so. Okay, sometimes one or the other person may have created some problem. Because of that, the whole we blame the whole community, then it is not a good thing. So national integration means creating the feeling of oneness among the all people. So it is required, this creating the feeling of oneness helps us to develop our nation. It is prominently is necessary for national unity, and we should try to develop brotherhood and equality among all Indians. So, so in one sentence, let me tell you what is national integration. National integration means developing the feeling of oneness among Indians, uh, developing brotherhood, and it definitely helps to strengthen our nation. So, India is a country of diversity. Okay, variety of things we are able to see. There are natural diversity, biodiversity, and diversity in life of the people. There are three kinds of diversity. Let me explain you. First one is natural diversity. See here, India has a lot of diversity. Some areas are mountainous areas, some areas are plain areas. We are able to see long rivers, okay, very small rivers, large plains. Some areas experiencing severe cold, and some are experiencing high temperatures like Rajasthan. Okay, here there are fertile lands like Uttar Pradesh, and very hot deserts like Thar Desert. Okay, so therefore India is blessed with lot of bio natural diversity, like we are having dense forest, cool fresh lakes, waterfalls, attractive beaches, and hundreds of small islands. Okay, so nature has blessed our country with variety. Then even biodiversity is there. Here we are able to see lot of plants and animal life. Okay, till now it is said that 47,000 groups of plants are there in India, then 90,000 species of animal life, and that 90,000 among them 1,232 kinds of birds and 2,546 groups of fish. Okay, so a variety of living organism are there. It is an asset to our country. So then next, even population wise also, we are very rich in population. We are standing second after China. If we use, means if everybody works, okay, with unity and brotherhood feeling, I think our country can prosper and we can become one of the great power in the world. Okay, so here in population, people are in the, we are able to see the diversity of people in their appearance, physical, okay, physical structure, language. They speak different language, food, manners, customs, and they follow different religions. See, diversity is the beauty of India. Okay, so unity in diversity. Now let me come to uh, so living here India, people speak different languages, culture, and religion, but still we have developed the feeling of unity in diversity. Okay, so our country, okay, every year our constitution had given everybody the right of religion. Everyone can follow the religion that which he likes. Okay, uh, people speak different languages. Okay, people belong. That means ours is multicultural nation. Okay, multicultural nation. We have faith in different languages, culture, and religion. Okay, our constitution recognizes the diversity. Okay, diversity uh, is adds beauty to the country. Diversity is the strength of India and never a weakness. Okay, don't think diversity is a weakness, it is a strength. Okay, let me give you an example given by our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru used to give an example. See, suppose there is a garden. In that garden, there is only one kind of flower is there. Okay, then let us compare that garden with another garden where the variety of flowers are there. Which garden looks very beautiful? So obviously, the second that which I mentioned, the garden with variety of flowers looks very beautiful. Like that, India is uh, it is a beautiful garden with variety of flowers. Okay, therefore diversity is the strength. Okay, never it is not a weakness. But how the European nations get formed? The European nations are get formed on the basis of language. For example, the French people, where the more number of French people are there, French language speaking are there, they came together. They formed their nation called France. English speaking people formed their own nation called England. German language speaking, they came together. They formed their own nation called Germany. But in India it is not so. Though we may belong to different religions, though we may speak different languages, we came together and we formed a big country called um, India. Okay, we must okay. Our concept of nation is totally different from European concept, and we must try to understand it, and we must see that uh, we must try to see unity in diversity. Okay, but there are some factors. Okay, it is proving an obstacle or hindrance for the national integration. Which are the three factors mainly identified? One is casteism, second one is communalism, third one is regionalism. Okay, it is coming on the way of okay uh, way of national integration. It is these factors are disturbing our national integration. So let me explain you. First one is casteism. India is a country of lot of castes. See here, some castes are superior, some castes are lower. Untouchability is still in practice in some countryside, okay, or in village side. But even though constitution says that untouchability is punishable offense, I think we should avoid this casteism feeling of superiority or inferiority. So for example, there is a prejudice. What is the prejudice? Higher caste people are intelligent, lower caste people are having low intelligence. Do you think that is right? See here, Ambedkar, though he belonged to lower caste, untouchable caste, he played a very important role in the formation of constitution of our country, and he is more. It proved that he was more intelligent than the higher caste. Therefore, that prejudice is wrong. So, anybody belong to any caste may be intelligent. Okay, it depends upon his environment, his education, and other factors. Therefore, we should try to encourage intercaste marriage, and we must not try to give more importance to the feeling of casteism. Okay, then second is here communalism. It is also an hindrance for our nationalism. Communalism means what? A feeling of superiority of one's own religion over the others, and fighting only for the sake of religion is known as communalism or sectarianism. See here, India people may practice different religions. Here, majority of the people are Hindus. Then comes minority religions like Islam, Christianity, okay, Parsi, etc. But no religion is superior, no religion is inferior. Okay, they must try to understand, learn to respect each other's religions, culture. They should not fight each other. Okay, we are able to see some communal fights between the people belonging to different religion. That is not a good thing. So it disturbs here. Communal fight is there. It disturbs the friendship and harmony among the people. Then it create misunderstanding among the people. Okay, belonging to different religions. Okay, and it cripples the economic development of a country. Cripples means it doesn't allow the development. Okay, next one is regionalism. Regionalism, what is regionalism? Means here India is a country with of a federation. Here we are able to see languages. On the basis of language, okay, states get formed. Okay, for example, Kannada speaking came together, Karnataka get formed. Okay, Marathi people came together, Maharashtra get formed. Like that, Punjabis came together, Punjab get formed. But the, according to the constitution, everybody has got a uh, chance to develop his chance to develop and to preserve his own culture, language, etc. But at the same time, we should not too much attach towards our own language or region, so that we should our feeling should not be narrow. Okay, first we should think that we are first Indians, then afterwards we are Kannadigas, we are Maharashtrians, we are Tamilians. Okay, so we should not have much attachment. Even though we have attachment towards our region, still we should think that first we are Indians, then we belong to that particular region. For example, some years back, here in Mumbai, okay, for example, uh, some party created the feeling that Mumbai for only for the Maharashtrian, not for the people belonging to other states. Okay, it is not for Gujaratis or for Kannadigas. Amchi Mumbai. Okay, that kind of Amchi Mumbai means in Marathi it is. It means Amchi Mumbai means it is only for the Maharashtrian. That kind of regionalism was developed there. If suppose I hope you understood. See, if suppose if you come to Bangalore, people belong to different states are living there. Uh, Bangalore is not meant only for the Kannadigas. It also meant for all Indians, whoever it may be. So that kind of uh, okay, attaching oneself to one's own region or over love towards one's own region is not a good thing. So it may lead to, it may disturb the national unity of our country. Therefore, we should be very careful. Okay. Uh, some years back, I hope you know that there was a in Punjab some section of Sikh people. They wanted a separate nation for the Sikhs. Okay, all the Sikh community did not ask. Only a, some community, some sect, some community of that Sikh, they asked for a they started Khalistan movement and they wanted a separate nation for them. See, if suppose everybody starts giving importance to its own region, India may not remain as a big country if India will get divided in future. So therefore, try to have the feeling of Indianness first, and let us have regional attachment afterwards. Okay, I hope you understood this. So students, today what we have learnt, even though okay our country we are having we may belong to different religions, caste, language, we must try to develop the feeling of oneness among Indians. Okay, we are having biodiversity, natural diversity, even people are belonging to different cultures. So ours is a multicultural nation. We must learn to respect each other's culture and we must tolerate each other. So we must try to see that caste, religion, or the feeling of region attachment towards our region should not become a hindrance for national unity. I hope you understood this. This is enough today, and you read this lesson and try to answer the questions related to that topic. Good day. Thank you.